All right, so this is build day, whatever. So after test fitting the CVT, looks like the solenoid for the starter is in the way of this little bulge on the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. My brother just went out to get oil so we could break in the new Predator. And the jack shaft has been mounted for the most part. And I'll actually show you what we got going on. So we just got done widening up the chassis a bit here so we can make clearance with the jack shaft sprocket to the axle. We put a reinforcement in here last time for the smaller engine, but it looks like we're gonna have to cut it out. So we opted to weld the bolts right to the top of the chassis, but we're gonna be putting more reinforcements going across and filling these holes in and whatnot. What happened was when we put that on there, I took out a link and it didn't fit right, so we're gonna put it back on with washers and use a chain with another link in it. So, just like so. So we got her down. They're not the straightest things. I think they're actually both bowed out, probably just because of how the studs were when we welded them down. But these bearings can twist inside these hubs. Fast forward another day, and we now got the washers on here. We got this chain hooked up. My brother just welded up this flange to extend it off the back a little bit, throwing the bolts in, then we're gonna break in the engine. Yeah, that thing ain't too loud. As you can see, that was a pretty successful run. So there's a couple things we could still do to this. Right now, the gearing is set for about 80 miles an hour if you calculate the torque converter going all the way out. I think the next thing with this build is we're gonna hook up the throttle cable so we're not reaching back and grabbing the throttle. And then get a disc brake or something. Off camera, I did almost flip it. I had it teetering about straight up for a couple seconds before I finally leaned far enough forward to tip it back. Something that I forgot to add, we're definitely gonna need a wheelie bar to help keep the thing on the ground. In future videos, that's what will be coming. And until then, peace.